Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage your MC, Mr. Bruce Sinclair.
You know, you sit there and you wait, and then somehow when they call your name, you're still like, oh, you know, you're kind of late. Oh, good, everyone's come back. So, you know, this conference is put on by Europeans, right? So not only do we get multiple breaks, we get like 40-minute breaks. So it's actually pretty awesome. So next up, we have a great presentation. It's entitled The Internet of Things Revolution, From Things to Business Outcomes. Tanja Rueckert, she is EVP LOB of Digital Assets and IoT. A few acronyms in there. So I've met Tanja for the first time at the Industrial Internet Consortium meeting, I think about a month ago, and I think you'll really enjoy her presentation. So with that, please welcome Tanja.
Welcome, and thank you for coming back after the break. When I woke up this morning, I thought about how can I bring most value to you. And I actually also thought about that you already went through many keynotes this morning. And what I decided to change my intro. So I will skip now all this many devices and all this data and technology. Just remember what you have heard several times this morning, and we will go right in use cases and what it means for you. So what it means for you is that that for you, we find two areas. One is disruptive new business models. And sometimes people don't like the word disruptive. Because I talked a lot when we were at Hannover Fair, we had our customer, Kaeser Compressors, with us at our booth. They're a huge compressor with us and showing how they implemented our software. And Mr. Kaeser, the founder, told me, it's not about disrupting. It's not about cannibalizing. It's extending our current business. It is about not manufacturing and selling compressors. It is about selling the air, but we will keep the other business. We have many of our customers who still want to own a compressor, want to have it and say, oh, my compressor is here. And others, they think about service, they think about the air. And also for Kaesers themselves, it's a huge change. They now have to think about service levels. It's totally different than just manufacturing and kind of throwing it over the fence. You have to know what is the health status of your machine. You have to get early indication when something is breaking. And this, at the end, brings a lot of incremental revenue to them. We have other examples of disruptive or new business models. Let's take the disruptive for a second away. We work with Under Armour, collecting many data from workstations. And they want to have additional new personalized products and services. For us, we are the one gaining. We are the one getting a better life going forward. We have, hopefully, better health following some of their guidance, using their products and services, which they now define new based on the insights they got. And there are more examples, like a shoe manufacturer, a sport shoe manufacturer is now providing personalized, individualized shoes, not only your size, but also fitting exactly to your foot. And those are the topics which are not applying only in the consumer space, but also in the industrial space. Personalized products. And personalized products not only talk about this lot size 1 for complex car, also for mass products. To afford all this innovation, you have to significantly improve efficiency. and not the old 1, 2, 5%. Something new. And I also want to share one example here, which you might have heard, but now as we have it live since several months, I want to share already the outcome, what this customer has taken or got. And it's the Port of Hamburg, where we implemented our logistic network, connecting the ships, connecting the warehouses, the trucks coming in, guiding them to parking spaces. And they came to us because they predict their growth, and they are growing. But they couldn't grow in space. And I'm actually, unfortunately, very sure if they would have had more space, they would not have approached us. This is a pity because many customers just really think about new efficiency and completely new things to do to improve productivity if they have a need, if they have a pain. But in that case, it's good. They came to us, we installed the system, and now they doubled already the cargo handling. And they save 5 minutes by truck, by driver, every day, which sums up to 5,000 or something hours of saving. So these are just some examples for new business models and efficiency-led models. And these can be achieved using solutions which are all available. What I share with you is nothing where I say, oh, maybe, and we plan, and the roadmap, and you will see. No, it's all available. Bringing the data, the entire supply chain together, makes them available, brings the data from the IT world, the supply chain, the end-to-end value chain, which actually will be more a value network going forward, together with the OT machine data, those worlds which didn't talk in the past, where you have the direct plant connectivity, the direct machine connectivity, what we have realized in several customer scenarios already. Getting the KPIs from the business operations and the machines together and improve the product quality, electronic quality records, not all on paper, are just some examples. You see here is that 65% improvement of operational effectiveness, equipment effectiveness, working with PepsiCo, or our Harley-Davidson. I love this customer. It's always good to have something where you can relate to, right, such a bike. And it gets individualized. You don't get it from, like, you have not the same like your neighbor. You can get it individualized. You go in the morning, and you got it to your wishes in the afternoon. 1,300 variants in one factory. But in credit of Harley-Davidson, software can only do a little. Yeah? Software gives you the GPS signal, software connects the machine, you can help route the product, you get temperature, humidity, you improve the process. But there was a lot of change management, and they also renewed the entire machine park. But it turned out very nicely, 21 days to 6 hours lead time. Personalized, individualized products. And I would like to share a video of the showcase we have shown at Hanover Fair. It would be nice if we can run the video. And what I want to show here is, think about the term mass customization. What we had there was a high-speed assembly line. And the individual customer wish, which was entered in our hybrid system, the individual customer wish was translated automatically in machine language. No in-between SCADA or something system. We simplified the entire landscape. Lot size 1, mass production, resulting in mass customization. This is a true strength of many countries, also here in the US. And I believe this can change also the entire map where manufacturing is done. And this was not something we have done on our own. We have done with many partners. You have seen them here listed. Again, important is high speed, microseconds response time, direct connectivity to the machine, guiding the product, and having all information so that you also have the compliance of your supply chain. when we go on, and one thing what I didn't share yet, we will have another thing which is different to some of the other presentation. You will see in a few minutes a live demo, that you also see and feel how the system looks like and what you get when you implement it. So, and it is about predictive maintenance and service. And it's such a broad topic, I could talk at length. It is going from plant maintenance, what we do with a railway company where we have lots of sensors on the train, 2,000 sensors, lots of data, and they want to go away from plant maintenance, conservative with buffers by mileage and time, and really go to predictive maintenance, depending how often the door opens, what conditions the train had, and they predict, and the first phase is already live. They predict the saving only, you could call it 8 to 10%, but it's more than 100 million euro. Another company looks not at the individual predictive maintenance and service, it looks at the fleet of assets they have to monitor, the fleet of assets to detect emerging issues. And with them, with their knowledge, with their identification of patterns, of course using the machine learning and the algorithms, all the good stuff. But with that, we could identify it 2 to 3 months earlier. And those are just 2 examples. And it goes, the whole big trend is end to end, but not in your company border, beyond companies, beyond industries, top floor, shop floor, but also on the top, and sharing data, collaborating. And why should the machines not also get a social network? A social network where they share the information how to implement, where they show the 3D design, where an operator, a service provider, or the manufacturer can share experiences. When is a new firmware due, can ensure updates of the firmwares of all assets at the same time, one source of truth. But now, let me stop talking and show you the asset intelligence network and the predictive maintenance and service. And normally my lovely colleague Rick would be here. I hope he's coming out in a second. Otherwise, I have to do the demo, which also works. But Rick has far more experience in that space. So Rick, welcome on stage. Would you mind a applause for him?
Okay. Well, so Tanja talked a lot about predictive maintenance and service. She talked about the asset intelligence network, and she promised I would come out here and show you some available solutions and what that exactly looks like. That's always my favorite part of the presentation, mostly because I'm doing it, but also because it's, it really helps you understand what's going on. So now, to demonstrate this particular portion, I'm going to take 5 minutes and I'm going to play 2 roles. Number 1, I'm going to be a manufacturer of pumps. And number 2, I'll be one of this manufacturer's customers, the owner-operator. And we're going to see how this pump manufacturer, much like Kaiser Compressor did, can move from selling pumps to pay for the usage. Change it for their customers if they choose from a capital expenditure to an operating expenditure. So the first thing I'll do is I'll put on my customer hat, the owner-operator, and I'll log on. Now this operator just received a bunch of pumps and they're installing them out on their factory floor, and she would like to register one of them and connect into that asset intelligence network. Now we can just simply use a barcode here and read it. Now what it's going to do is it's going to go to connect with the asset intelligence network and bring down all that intelligence about the pump to this particular operator. Spare parts, SOPs, 2D drawings, 3D drawings, service bulletins, everything you need to know about this pump downloaded within seconds just from scanning a barcode. That's part of the power of the Asset Intelligence Network. Now, she can help the manufacturer out and help herself out by giving a little bit more information about how this particular pump is going to be used. First of all, we'll tell the manufacturer that we're going to be running saline water through it. And now, since this is an IoT convention, let's connect with those sensors out in the pieces of in the equipment and do a first installation vibration analysis, a high frequency vibration analysis. This is golden information for the manufacturer because he can tell whether or not the machine was installed correctly and is operating correctly. So she now has provided the information that she wants. She clicks OK, and it's now synchronizing this information back up into the Asset Intelligence Network so the manufacturer can make use of it. Now let me take off my owner-operator hat and switch to the manufacturer and log on. Now, first of all, she talked about the social aspects of this Asset Intelligence Network. How valuable would it be for you as a manufacturer to look at all your pumps across all your customers and get all that usage information? That's the dashboard we're seeing right here. But of interest to me right now is this first installation synchronized. The manufacturer can go take a look at that and see this first installation vibration analysis, and even compare it against threshold information that was accumulated during product testing quality. And we see everything's looking great. We can feel good about guaranteeing the uptime for this piece of equipment. It's running correctly and it was installed correctly. Confirm. Now, what presentation would be complete without a little bit of drama? So let's fast forward 6 months into the future and start talking about the predictive capabilities that Tanja was highlighting. Now, in the top right, we get a pop-up, emerging issue warning. You see, we've got all those sensors in these pieces of equipment, across all of our customers, taking it onto a platform and being able to analyze those in real time and make quick decisions and predictions saying, look, you've got a problem that's coming, you better take a look. That's exactly what's happening here with the predictive maintenance and service solution. I'll come back to this graph. In the top left, we can see a lot of red under saline water pumps. When these pumps are used for saline water, we have a lot of service going on. In fact, tapping on that, the bottom left graph updates, and we can see we got 3 of these pumps out at New World Chemical, the owner-operator role I was playing. And if we look at the costs, the green is what our service costs are supposed to be. On our current trajectory, the blue is where we're going to end up. Obviously not good. So we're going to want to go look at a map and look at where we can go take care of this. And the geospatial map over here on the top right shows the biggest bang for my buck is to focus right here. Let's drill into this customer and see if we can't go help them out. Drilling down, we can start to look at that IoT data, the sensor data that gave us information that told us there was an emerging issue in the first place. In fact, we can even start to do some root cause analysis and see, you know what? It looks like a bearing is about to go out. We're noticing some poor vibrations in this bearing, or some incorrect vibrations. In fact, the system is even smart enough to propose some solutions. Now, Tanja talks about being able to talk about predictive maintenance all day. You know, on the right side of the screen here, it's kind of saying, should we replace it or should we repair it? And if we repair it, should we do it now or should we wait 3 weeks until the regular planned service? Well, we're going to get this fixed right now. Tapping on this, we can create a little repair package, send some spare parts out to the owner-operator, and we're off and running. There you go, just a quick little presentation showing how this pump manufacturer can change their business process, start selling water by the pump by the usage rather than selling the pump itself, predictive maintenance and asset intelligence network all working together, marrying IT and OT like you were talking about.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Extra applause for Rick. And it was all SAP. Some of you might be used to our previous screens, and I just want to share, we learned. So we improved, and we are a little better by now. And it's a combination of several solutions. It's not a silo solution anymore. The true value is if you combine it. So now we have shared several of our available solutions as well as what would it mean for you or what it meant for customers. This is something we announced, or the partner Fetch Robotics announced. We also want to evolve our warehouse management further in the direction of autonomous systems, and therefore we have announced this partnership and will include it in our extended warehouse management. And this is not only in warehouse, you will see it also in production, that the autonomous systems get more and more, and the interference by people or by humans get less. So let's bear with me for a minute with our architecture. I know you are more interested in demos, use cases, and customer information, but I want to share with you how it's working. You get the data from the edge, from the device. You have to do some light streaming, some pre-processing. Over time, we will not be able to get all the data always. So it's very important to have an edge solution. You marry it up with business backend information, a maintenance history, for example, ideally from an SAP system or from another system. And then bring together with external data, with weather data, with location data, whatever is important, and bring it on an open and secure platform where you drive the analysis. And as I said, it's not about having all this algorithm, it's not about machine learning, it's about your knowledge, what insights, what patterns are relevant. And think about algorithms as strategic asset going forward. Think about it as part of your company strategy. And then we provide prepackaged applications, prepackaged in a sense that they already tested with partners that we announced today we are working more closely with Hitachi, at the edge with Dell. You get them out of the box, working, validated, pre-tested. We are working in several of the standardization committees with governments to work on privacy topics, to work on standardization, IIC, Industrial Internet Consortium, Platform 4.0, and OPC UA and others. So we believe this is an important topic. So after you have now in your application identified the right insights because of your business knowledge in our software and technology, it's about driving action and outcome in the back end, not stop at the dashboard or the analytics. Change the work order, change the production order, go in a cloud for customer and change the service records, the service order, the schedule, really drive change value in your business backend. Make your business process more intelligent. And then route the information back to the edge. Go through the loop more and more and increase the level of automation and increase the level of getting to autonomous systems so that you can free up time for innovation. And with that, I would like to close asking you, think about where's the highest value. Start there. Ideally, there's already a little infrastructure. Makes it easier. You can also show to your boss that you have soon an important outcome. Think about not only the silo applications, the silo start. Think about it end to end. Not only manufacturing, also about maintenance, also about product design, also about delivery and transportation. Think end to end. And please take it as an initiator today. If you have not yet started, start now. Think about efficiency-led models. Think about new business models. You can start small, think big, start now. Thank you very much, and have a nice remaining conference.
So 2 things. One, it's pretty brave to come up here and do a demo, no? Second thing, which I thought was really interesting, was algorithm as an asset. You know, I think of data as an asset, and that's true, and I think everyone should think about their data as assets. That's why you want to protect them with security, and that's why you want to do risk management for them. But the concept of algorithm as an asset is actually interesting and intriguing as well. And true, yeah, information is an asset, algorithms as an asset, data is an asset.